I'm Jedi Jack Penguin, and today I'm bringing you another thoughts video. So today I'm going to be looking at the January 2020 LEGO Shop catalog. So this is going to include about 100 new sets from various themes. Some of these I have already reviewed, some of these I haven't gotten yet, some of them I plan on getting in the future, some of them I do not. Otherwise, right here on the front we have the new modular building for January 2020, that being the library right here, which is really cool to see that right there on the front page. We have free shipping on orders over $35 right here starting off in January, and then we also do have a promotion that we'll look more in detail on in a second. Otherwise, flipping right in, we get a nice bigger look at the bookshop. Actually, that's not called the library, it's called bookshop, and that retails for $180 in the US. You know, it's a pretty good price. You know, the colors on this I actually really like. Obviously, I don't really have plans of getting this set right away since, you know, it is like one of those bigger sets, and I really would rather get some of the other bigger sets that might be coming out within the future. Otherwise, also down right here we get a first look at an upcoming promotion, which is the Year of the Rat promotion right here. That will be starting on January 13th, which will be before this video actually airs. That will be available when you spend $80, I believe, on any LEGO product, so that's very nice that you'll be able to get that, and that's available worldwide. Also, it does give you a little bit of information about Instructions Plus, which is the new sort of LEGO Life app sort of thing right here where you can get the instructions off of that. Otherwise, moving up, we have some other information up here, pretty much the same as in most catalogs, and then along the side we have the layout of this catalog with all of the different themes that you can take a look at within this catalog. Otherwise, flipping right into it, let's take a look and see what we got going on right here. We have some older sets going on. I'm going to zoom out so then we can get some better looks at some of these. We have the NASA Apollo 11 Lunar Lander. You've seen my thoughts on this, especially the roller coaster set. I do want to get that sometime in the future. It looks really cool. It's just something I can't really afford at this time. We have some of the other modular buildings. We have the 2019 one, the Corner Garage set, $200 for that. You know, the newer one's actually cheaper, which is very nice, being the $180 sort of normal price point for modular buildings. And then we have the year's previous one, the Downtown Diner. We have the big anniversary one, the Assembly Square. And then we can keep moving forward. We have some other bigger sets going on over here. We have the London Bus, the Harley Davidson Fat Boy set, and then we have the Ford Mustang and the James Bond vehicle. Nothing really too special moving forward. We have some of the new Speed Champion sets right here, which are now actually increased in price due to the increase in size right here. They're now a little bit longer, which is very nice. I think a lot of people really like that. I don't think I'm going to be getting any of these unless I find them on clearance. You know, they're really cool looking, at least, you know, just to say the least. If I get any of them, it'd probably be the red ones, since, you know, I like red. But, you know, I'm not really into cars, not really my thing. But, you know, it's super cool to see that they're still doing these, and they actually look very nice, a lot of these, you know. Moving forward, we have some Marvel superhero stuff, which if you've seen my Thanos Mecha review, then you'll know that I don't really care for a lot of these sets. Starting all the way on the top, we have the Avengers Speeder Bike Attack $20 set, you know, one of those regular sort of speeder sets for a Marvel thing, one of those bikes. And then you do get the comics versions of Black Panther and then Thor, and then you also do get these two other characters. I don't remember what they're called, but they're the bad guys. Next, we have a set that just got released back in 2019 in November. We have the Avengers Hulk Helicopter Rescue set, which that was really just an early release of a January set right there for Marvel. You know, that's somewhat loosely based off Avengers Endgame, but not entirely. You know, I think the minifigures in it are probably some of the best figures in there. You know, I like these builds over here. Helicopter build, don't really care for it, you know. Don't know why Black Widow's within this set, you know. That's really just all that I gotta say there, you know. And $60, you know, it's not something that I would normally buy, you know, based on like what's in there. We have the Avengers Truck Takedown, moving down to some of the other 2020 sets. $40 for that, you know. It's an okay build, you know, but it's similar to a lot of the other sort of Marvel stuff. And then we do get the comic versions of both Captain America and Hawkeye, and then the same characters, which are like the AIM soldiers, now that I remember their names. Otherwise, then we have the mechs down here. We have the Iron Man mech and then the Thanos mech, which I just recently reviewed on my channel. $10 for both of those. You know, they actually look pretty nice. You know, the minifigures in there are pretty cool, you know, especially the Thanos one I like, compared to a lot of people who don't really care for that minifigure generally, but you know, still pretty cool. And then we have another mech over here. We have the SpiderMan one, $10 for that one as well. You know, we've had enough Spider-Mechs, at least in my opinion. Don't really need that in my collection. We have the Spider-Man versus Doc Ock for $20. You know, I don't own a Doc Ock minifigure. You know, that's really the only thing that would probably make me buy that set. You know, otherwise, like, the Spider-Man's not exclusive, and then you also get the Spider-Girl character in there, which is, it doesn't really look like something I really need, and also that vehicle does look very similar to something released back in January or December of 2018, if you remember that Spider-Man wave released early. We have the Menace of Mysterio right here, $30 Junior set right here, which, I mean, Mysterio, I still don't have him within my collection, but if I do want to get him, then I'll get one of the Far From Home sets. Otherwise, you know, the builds in there are, they're okay. You know, there's something different that we really haven't seen before, but, you know, it's nothing that I necessarily need. We have the Spider-Jet versus Venom mech right here, which is the only set really inside this Spider-Man wave that is of interest to me, since it does have the Spider-Noir minifigure in there. We also do get that Venom mech, which is a similar mech design to the other gimmicks that we got. You know, $30 for that set, you know, it's okay. I mean, really the only attraction is that one minifigure. The builds within that set, at least in my opinion, really suck. We have another 4+ set down here, the Vulture's Trucker Robbery, $20 for that. You know, it's an okay build, you know, but it's a junior set, I don't really need it. And, yeah, that's pretty much all that I gotta say for that. Moving on to DC, we have the 1989 Batmobile. This set is something that I would get, you know, if I had the money to get it. You know, $250, this is really cool, like, 80th anniversary Batman set right here. You get the 89 versions of both Batman, and then you also do get the Joker, and then it's even cool to see that they did put Vicky Vale within the set. You know, that's really crazy that they did that, and, you know, the build for this, you know, I saw this in person at my local Lego store. I think that this set is just phenomenally made, and like it's just something that I want to get inside my collection eventually. Moving down, we have the only January release for the DC theme. We have the Lego minifigures series, the DC Superheroes series, which also includes the price increase inflation of $1, so now they're $4.99 instead of $3.99, just like polybags, and also the keychains, which is really annoying, but you know, it's okay. You know, it shows that people are still gonna buy these even though they like increase the price by $1. You know, I still haven't seen these like show up within any of my real like local stores, but I've seen these at my Lego store and at Walmart. You know, we'll have to see what happens and how they sell within certain other locations and everything, but you know, the series is okay. I did get mostly the ones that I wanted. I still want to get Batmite and maybe the Simon Bass character just for that print, just for the print, and also the new mold right there. I might get Stargirl since she's getting her own CW series. I don't really know. You know, we'll have to see what happens there. We have a quick little Legoland advertisement for front and then back right there. We then move on to some Disney stuff. We have the Disney Train and Station, the only set to have a minifigure scale Goofy character. We are actually going to be getting the Goofy and Pluto brickheads come February 1st, as well as a single Donald Duck brickheads, which will be pretty nice. And then we can move forward. We have Hidden Side right here. Very nice to see that it's come back for January with some very interesting sets. We have some pretty good price points on these as well. We have the Welcome to the Hidden Side $20 set, you know, pretty cool looking set. You do get a different version of Jack as well as these 3 other ghosts. I also really like the color scheme on this set. It's pretty nice. We have the El Fuego stunt plane for $30 right there. You know, that actually looks like a really cool plane build. You know, I don't usually say that when it comes to certain plane builds that Lego does, you know, but it looks very nice, at least in my opinion, for a $30 set. we have the Lighthouse of Darkness for 50 bucks right there. It looks sort of similar to the Scooby-Doo Lighthouse, a lot of people have been saying. You know, it's not really something that I necessarily need, and for $50 I could just leave it. We have the Haunted Fairground set right up here, which that's another $50 set. You know, very interesting to see them doing some different types of settings right here. You know, but I don't really care for that set. It does use those sort of railway cart sort of pieces going on right there for the roller coasters and stuff, but don't really need it inside my collection. We have the Newberry Subway, which looks like a very interesting set, but you know, I don't really care for the build overall. You know, it could have been better, at least in my opinion, you know, for a $30 set, though it's a nice way to get all of your main characters. Same thing goes for the Jack's Beach Buggy, which was the only hidden side set that I did pick up for this January wave. $20, you get newer versions of both Jack and Parker, and then you also do get this two-headed ghost right there, as well as a really nice buggy build, though the color scheme isn't really technically something that I really care for that set. Otherwise, moving on to LEGO Classic, we have some really cool introductions within this particular wave right here. Zooming us in, we got our base plates all the way at the top. We have the big gray base plate for $14.99. Then we have the smaller base plates, which are the green, blue, and then the new for 2020, we have the white base plate for the very first time in a very long time, and also the first time that they're putting it in a single sort of packaging right there for $7.99. You know, that's an amazing deal. I have yet to open mine. You know, I really want to open it. I might do a video on it, you know, just sometime in the future, just something quick. Might just have it be a double video day someday, you know, since that'll probably be like a minute video. But otherwise, we do have some other new 2020 classic stuff. Bricks and Houses, 20 bucks for that, and then Bricks and Lights down there, which is also very interesting, showing this sort of like shadow puppet sort of thing going on right there, but I don't really think that works very well. That's another thing that I did hear, that doesn't really work with the brick lights that they have inside there. It doesn't really shine out the way that it shows on the box. We have some Creator 3-in-1 sets, which we start with the best one, at least in my opinion. I really like how this looks. This is the Monster Burger Truck. 50 bucks for this. You get some minifigures, you know, and a very nice looking build, though there are some stickers on here. I really like how that looks. That's something like different and like more like Creator or Lego type set that we haven't seen in a while, so it's very nice to see something like that pop up. We have the Fire Dragon, another 3-in-1 for 20 bucks. One of those regular sort of like animal builds. Sort of looks like a Charizard, but weird off coloring right there. And then we have the Townhouse Toy Store, which is a $40 set right there. Just another little get to know your modular building sort of set going on over there. Otherwise, we have some of these other Technic sets going on. I'm going to zoom out once again, just since I do want to show these a little bit larger. You know, here are the Technic sets. Nothing really too special that I generally care for. You know, we do get this sort of Top Gear related set right here based off that BBC America TV series, which is very interesting to see that LEGO did that. I know that we're supposed to get another licensed Technic set sometime over the summer, I believe, for the Fast and Furious movie, but otherwise we have some more Technic on this page. Nothing really that I care for. We have some more stuff introducing all of that control like technique stuff, a lot of 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 stuff going on over here. We have LEGO Ideas, which we'll be getting another set for in February. On February 1st, we'll be getting the International Space Station, which I'm a little disappointed that we're getting that. You know, that was that one unexpected vote that came out of nowhere, and, you know, we're finally getting that as the set. I don't know how much that's going to be, but, you know, it's a micro scale set. Don't really care for it, and also it's space related, so I don't really care for it in general. You know, I would have rather them make the Lilo and Stitch set instead of that. You know, that's something that I wish would have won in its place. But otherwise, looking at this stuff, we have the dinosaur fossils. I don't know if I've talked about this set before, but, you know, it's very nice to see that they made something like this. You know, it looks super cool, and for $60, it's a good price per piece ratio, and you do get a minifigure in there. I don't know if it's exclusive or not, but, you know, it's still very nice. Just the builds overall, and that, you know, it's very interesting. Then, of course, from last year, we also have the Steamboat Willie for $90, which I still have to say that's a very bad price for it, but, you know, it's a licensed Disney set, you know, so what can you ask for when it comes to that? We have the Treehouse for 200 bucks, you know, that set still looks very nice to me. And then we have the Friends TV series set right there for 60 bucks. Pretty nice price per piece ratio going there, and some nice minifigures. Never watched the show really, but... And that brings us all the way to the Star Wars stuff. We have the big Imperial Star Destroyer direct-to-consumer set, 4,784 pieces, $700 for this big beauty. You know, I've seen this in person at least a couple times, you know. It's something that I don't really have space for. You know, I do own the Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon, which was like one of the dream sets from back in the day. I wished that I got the original, but there's no way that I'm complaining about that. I just think that that set is just amazing, and this set is also amazing. You know, people just don't know the size of this thing is just beautiful, and you know, if I had somewhere to put it, I would get it, you know, but I still also don't have the money for this particular set. The minifigures included, you know, I don't really care for them, you know, and they're a little bit over detailed for like normal Star Wars minifigures, if you know what I mean, and if you own the set. Otherwise, that brings us all the way to the January 2020 LEGO Star Wars sets, which a lot of these, it's really funny they said Star Wars sets under $20. That's pretty crazy that we have a bunch of those within this particular wave. We have the Kylo Ren Shuttle Microfighter, which is a set that I did review. Check it out, link in the description below or card above. That set is the cheapest way to get the new Rise of Skywalker version of Kylo Ren right there with the cracked helmet. Pretty cool to get that in there. You know, cheap and easy $10 way. Same thing goes for this other microfighter, a nice cheap and easy way to get Zori Bliss inside the Resistance Y-Wing microfighter. You know, she only comes within the actual Y-Wing that came out back on the Triple Force Friday wave. We also do have the Sith Trooper Battle Pack, $15, you know, pretty good battle pack. I did review that, check that out as well. You know, pretty cool set to get, you know, that is also very popular, just like the other battle pack, and it also is sort of like the more, like, most battle packy type set that we've gotten in a while from LEGO, other than maybe the 20th anniversary set, you know, though that was $20, though, you know, it doesn't really matter. We have some other microfighter stuff. We have the T-16 Skyhopper versus Bantha microfighters. You know, pretty cool to see that they did make another animal. You know, the minifigures, not really exclusive. Don't really care for them, but, you know, that's it for that. We have the Duel on Mustafar set, $20 set. You know, nice minifigures. Build is decent. You know, it gets the point across. Should have been bigger. You know, that's my only thoughts on that, and I do have my review for that. Check that out as well. We have the only 4+ set of this particular wave for Star Wars, that being the Snowspeeder for $20. You know, it's a small build. It's, you know, it's just what it is. That's really what 4+ is when it comes to their sets. Nothing really too special going on there. And then the final battle pack is the set that, you know, I reviewed first for my 2020 sets on this channel, that being the Mandalorian battle pack. For $14.99, you get 4 different Mandalorian characters, sort of similar to the 2011 one, you know, which is great. You know, though the minifigures are a little bit different, you know, I'm really happy with how that set turned out, and it's probably one of the more top high-selling sets, just like the other battle pack from this particular wave. Otherwise, that does bring us to some other sets going on. Over here we have the Obi Wans Hut, which is a nice $30 set, you know, for the price per piece, it's not really that great, and the minifigures are okay, they're decent. You do get an exclusive hologram Leia piece right there, which is super cool, but otherwise that's all for that set. We have the Sith TIE Fighter for $80, a little bit expensive. You do get Finn and then Knights of Ren, which is the only exclusive minifigure. Finn also comes within the Millennium Falcon from the last wave of Star Wars stuff, and then you do get the First Order TIE Pilot. You know, this vehicle looks pretty cool, but, you know, for the price it isn't really worth it, at least in my opinion. For some reason they're saying that Yoda is new, though he came out back in the last wave. $100 for him. I probably won't get him until he drops on clearance or anything. I do really like all the studs exposed. That's something that I do like, though, all the side building. And then who could have guessed LEGO decided to release another Luke Skywalker's Landspeeder set. $30 is crazily expensive for this set. Minifigures that you know, even Luke probably also comes within that other set as shown before, the Obi Wans Hut. But otherwise, I don't really care for that set. You know, I already have enough Luke's Landspeeders that I don't really need to spend $30 to get another one. And then we move on to Lego Ninjago, which we do have a lot of really cool sets going on within the Ninjago wave this year. We have the Legacy sets right over here. We have the Jungle Raider for $10. I do want to pick that up sometime. It's a pretty cool, nice and cheap set, and you also do get Lloyd in there, though he does come within a couple of the other sets, I believe. We have the 1-4+ set. For the Legacy wave, we have Kai's Fire Dragon, 20 bucks. You know, that dragon build is just ridiculously, like, weak, at least in my opinion, but, you know, if I do get that, it would be probably on clearance. You know, it does include some nice minifigures, you know, though the Kai isn't really something that I generally need inside my collection. You know, more so the Garmadon minifigure without the double arms is pretty nice to get, but otherwise that's all for that. We have the Golden Mech, which is a set that I actually already own from the Temple of Light set, you know, but, you know, this is something that I probably should have gotten in the beginning of January, but I just didn't get it at all. You know, it's something that I do want to get eventually, you know, so you can look forward to maybe a comparison if I do eventually get this set, but that's just sometime within the future. The next page features some of the Season 12 Ninjago sets. Right here we have the Empire Temple of Madness set, the biggest set within the wave for 80 bucks. You know, looks like a pretty cool set, you know, some nice minifigures in there. The one thing that I know a lot of people are complaining about is that we don't have like a Zane minifigure within any of these sets other than the pink Zane, like a Season 12 Zane, that's what I mean by that. But I don't know if they're gonna make another wave of these, you know, since by what I've heard, these are based off like shorts or something. I don't really know if it's like an official like season going on there, but otherwise moving forward we have the Cole Speeder car, the 4+ set for the Season 12 wave. You know, it's a nice small set for the minifigures, but nothing really too special there. We have the other sets going on over here, a lot of really cool things going on here. We have the Kai's Mech Jet, which is a 2-in-1 set. I did review that on the channel, you can check that out as well. $20 set. You know, pretty nice for the price. You do get a very nice mech. You know, the other build is a little small, you know, since it doesn't use all of the pieces that are used for the first build, but, you know, it's fine. We have the Jay and Lloyd's Velocity Racers, pretty similar to a lot of the other Ninjago sets we've gotten in the past. Nothing really too special going on there, though it does have this other Kitana sort of piece, by what I've heard a lot of people are telling me to call it. Which, you know, that's really the only reason why I get it, since there are 3 of them. I have 2 of them, and that's the only one I'm missing. Then we have the Gamers Market, which is probably the best set of this entire wave, with a lot of really nice minifigures. Total of 9 minifigures right there. A lot of really cool, like, builds going on right there. You know, they're sort of weak, but, you know, the sort of stickers and like the playability within this particular set does make up for it. And, you know, for $30, you know, 9 minifigures and then a bunch of pieces, you know, it's definitely worth it, you know, based off, like, if you think of like minifigure pricing being like $4.99 nowadays. Then we have the Jay's Cyber Dragon for 50 bucks, you know, nothing really I need there, you know. It's another dragon build, you know, there is another dragon build within this particular wave that I think is way better though. We have the Ninja Turner car for 40 bucks right there, you know, sort of similar build to some other vehicles that we've gotten before within Ninjago. And then just before, you know, I flip, you know, one set that is missing from this particular catalog is the Empire Dragon, which I did show within my vlog. That's at Barnes & Noble, I believe that's exclusive to, or I don't really know where that's exclusive to, at least that's where I saw it, and it's also available at LEGO, but it's not within this catalog. That's a set, that's the other dragon set that I was mentioning before. Otherwise, that moves on to City. We have the Police Dog unit for $10, 4+ set. You know, would have liked to see more dogs in that. You know, I was expecting something totally different when it came to that set, but, you know, whatever, it's fine. We have a lot more police-related sets going on right here. We have this new play feature, sort of like the Air Jitsu stuff going on right here, but with this helicopter. I don't really know how that works, but, you know, it's super cool to see that they're trying something different going on right there. We have the police station. We get a new dog sort of mold going on right there. I think that's a new mold. You know, same really sort of thing going on right there, you know. Though one thing to note is that there are named characters within all of these City sets, which is something that, you know, wasn't really something that I thought would happen in City, but, you know, these are sort of loosely based off the TV series, the Lego City TV series on Nickelodeon, I think. And then we also have the police highway arrest down there for 30 bucks. Oh, and that brings us all the way to Harry Potter, you know. That's one of my favorite themes. We should be getting a lot of really cool stuff this year for Harry Potter, including Brickheads, a minifigure series, and a lot of books, and also, of course, sets. That will be very exciting. I don't know if we're getting a direct-to-consumer for this theme as of yet, but, you know, it's very possible that we'll be getting one. We have some of these sets, both 2018 and 2019. From 2019, we have the Hogwarts Clock Tower. Very nice set, really cool, really happy that I have it within my collection. And of course, you can see reviews for both of these on the channel. Then we have the Hogwarts Great Hall, one of my favorite sets from 2018. Very nice $100 set right there. Quick little Legoland advertisement in the middle, and then we have the Hogwarts Castle direct-to-consumer with all of the Hogwarts Founder minifigures and the microscale castle build, which looks very nice. I have yet to review that. I don't think I'm gonna review it since it is quite a large set and I would go a little crazy with that. Otherwise, we have a little bit of a VIP sort of informational thing going on, which I think is also very interesting, that I also just saw recently a little bit of news about the VIP reward system, that we're going to be getting these sort of exclusive giveaways every month, where we're going to be getting like older Comic-Con exclusives and like other types of like signed sets and books and stuff like as giveaways within this particular sort of VIP point system. You know, that's just something really cool that's coming up sometime in February. We're going to be getting the San Diego Comic-Con Shazam minifigure as a giveaway, which is very interesting to see. Otherwise, moving on from there, we have the Lucky Cat Brickheads, which I will be reviewing later on this week, so look forward to that. That'll be on Saturday. We have the iconic skylines from Architecture. We have Tokyo and Dubai, which is very nice to see. Really cool. You know, nothing really I necessarily need inside my collection. Then we have some Minecraft sets. Out of these, I do own the Taiga Adventure set for $10 right there. Pretty cool little battle pack with a fox and a hound going on right there. And then you also do get Steve and a skeleton. We have two new Big Figs for 2020. We have the Big Fig Creeper and Ocelot, and the Big Fig Pig with the baby zombie for $14.99 a piece. We have the Panda Nursery right there for $20, which I believe that's supposed to be called the Panda Kindergarten. I don't really know, but everybody just keeps saying it differently. I don't think it's just probably just because of the catalog being printed or something, but you know, pretty cool set either way. We have the Illager Raid, which is very interesting $60 set. You do get the Minecraft version of Kai right there, which is super interesting to see. And then you also have the Pillager Outpost for $30. Nothing really too special with these, you know, it's Minecraft. It's nothing that I necessarily need. Oh look, we have Lego Trolls. This is a new theme for January 2020 to promote the Trolls World Tour movie. I haven't seen the first Trolls movie, but I do actually own one Trolls set within my particular collection, that being the Polybag. If you haven't seen my review for that, I was the first one to review it before anybody else. You can see it in the description below or the card above, but otherwise it does look like there might be somewhat of a misprint going on with this particular magazine. We have Poppy's Hot Air Balloon Adventure for $30. Someone actually recommended me to get that particular set. You know, it's not beyond the realm that I do get eventually another one of these sets, but it's probably like when it's on clearance or something. We have the Lonesome Flats Raft Adventure, you know, really like that character's like sort of legs going on right there, those horse legs, you know, sort of reminded me of like maybe that Lego making something for like Firenze for Harry Potter, you know, sort of like a centaur type leg situation right there. Very interesting. We have two of the $40 sets down here with the Volcano Rock City Concert and then the Rainbow Catterbus, which is the retail exclusive. You know, that set, you know, is probably one of the other ones that I would have gotten, you know, if there wasn't any Polybag. You know, since that set does look really interesting with like the color scheme, and that bus does look super weird, and it does include some of those like weird wacky minifigures within that particular set. Otherwise, then we have the Pop Village Celebration, some more weird wacky minifigures going on all around these sets, and then we have the Techno Reef Dance Party, and then Poppy's Pod, the only one of the two 4+ sets within this particular wave, both these $20 down here. Nothing really too special, nothing I necessarily need though. Otherwise, then we have Disney Princess right here with the new storybook sets. We have one for The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Frozen 2, and then we also have one for Mulan that is not on this page. But otherwise, you know, these are very interesting. You know, the sort of micro sort of characters that they have in there are weird, you know, but, you know, it's very interesting to see that. We have Cinderella's Castle Celebration. You know, I thought that they'd make something even better for that, since there is supposed to be like a 70th anniversary for that particular movie, Cinderella. We have Mulan's Training Grounds. Pretty nice to see that they're making some Mulan related stuff with the live action, releasing sometime in March. We have Aurora's Royal Carriage for $10. We have Moana's Island Home, and then Moana's Ocean Adventure right there. Moana sets are very interesting. Wish that they did make another set with Maui in it, since I did miss out on that one set, and, you know, wish that I got it. Otherwise, we have some Friends stuff going on right here, you know, nothing really that I need to point out. You know, that tent looks pretty nice over here, you know, very nice build for the nature glamping right there for $30. Don't know why it's named that, but, you know, interesting. We have the Heart Lake City Hair Salon for $20. Like how they made the scissors up there, very nice. We have the baking competition, which introduces a new sort of like frosting piece on these cakes, which are very nice to see. We have the juice truck right there with a big sort of pineapple going on. Very nice to see that. We have a small little ice cream cart set down there, and that is also 4+, you know, which is pretty nice to see that it's like a very interesting looking 4+ set, you know, which isn't something typical right there. And then we also do have the new gimmicks for Friends right here. We have the play cubes, which those all include a collectible sort of like mystery pet character, which is very interesting. I don't know if like, yeah, there's like a certain like amount that you have to get, like, or like if the amount of like pods that they have or cubes that they have per store have like one of each of the pets, you know, if anybody actually already owns all of them or anything, you know, it's just a very interesting thing to see that they made like a $10 like chance grab sort of thing. I bet a lot of people aren't really happy with that, but you know, it's something that I don't necessarily need in my collection anyways. But either way, we have the Puppy Playground 4+ set, you know, small little Friends set going on right there. We have the Heart Lake City Hospital. Very nice to see another hospital out of Friends right there. Very nice to see that. We have the Friendship Bus, and then the Heart Lake City Brick Box, which we also did get a brick box for Lego City, which is also very interesting to see that they're starting to do that with their sort of themes. You know, I would have expected to see one from Ninjago or something. You know, that's probably the next thing that'll happen eventually, but otherwise that brings us all the way to the back with Poe Dameron's XWing Fighter right here, which is a very nice sort of set that wasn't featured with all the other Star Wars sets for $90. I don't think it's worth it for the price, you know. The little bits of blue scattered in just like within the poly bag, you know, I don't really care for it. You know, the orange should have kept to be like the one color on it, or maybe they could have just went all blue, but you know, this is probably very accurate to the movie, and it also includes exclusive minifigures of both Jana as well as the Knight of Ren minifigure. Otherwise, I did get this at my local Lego store since my actual magazine did not come in the mail in time, and I just got tired of waiting, so I just decided to pick one up. And yeah, this video should be releasing on a Tuesday, hopefully, since I am working on rearranging my schedule to get things all done and whatnot. But otherwise, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below about any 2020 sets that you think of getting or want or whatnot. And yeah, remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon to know every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!